Hey guys, it's Mariah, the nail technician from Tangles. Today, I'm going to show you how to do your very own at-home DIY manicure. So come on and let's go. All right, so really quickly, we're going to go into table setup. I recommend using a flat surface. This is just my regular nail desk. It has a fan underneath, so I just have an additional towel on top just to protect that. So I would recommend getting 1 or 2 towels. They don't have to be big, just enough so you can dry your hands. And I like to lay everything out that I'm going to use. So I have my clippers, nail file, buffer, cream, my soak bowl, cuticle oil, lotion, my cuticle stick, polishes, remover, cotton balls, and these if you need them. I'm not going to use them. I will show you, but I'm not going to use them for today. And I like to have an additional light source. My lighting's really bad, so I like to get just as much light as I can on my fingers. So usually I used to do them at the kitchen table. You can just do them anywhere that you have a flat surface, especially because we're working with water. We just want to make sure that the water is at an even, on an even surface. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and drop one of these soak balls in, and let's start this. All right, so with a little movie magic, I've already done one hand. This is my non-dominant hand. I did it with my non-dominant hand, sorry. I am right-handed, so I do my right hand. We are going to do our left hand today. So normally what you would do is you're gonna figure out which shape you want. My nails are pretty short, so I'm just gonna keep them kind of squared off. If you have longer nails, you can go ahead and go in with your nail clippers. Try not to cut too much off because you don't want to cut anything around the skin, but if you want to trim your nails, you can. I'm not, because I don't need to. You're going to take your nail file. So with natural nails, you never go like this. It's always one direction. So when I'm doing my own nails, I definitely like to make sure my hand is stable. So I'm going to stabilize my hand like this. I'm going to move this out of the way before I knock it over. I'm going to stabilize my hand like this and just slowly go like this. Now I actually broke this nail, so you can kind of see it's still growing in, so I don't want to file too much. But you want to go in one direction. You never want to go like this on natural nails. You will see us do it on nail enhancements, and that's okay because nail enhancements are a lot tougher than natural nails. So when I'm doing my fingers, I'm going to keep my hand in towards me like this. So this is what you're going to see. And you're going to stabilize with each finger. And you just go across. I like to go from the outside in when I file. Same with this nail. I kind of broke it. Next. Keep your wrist loose when you're doing this. You don't want it too tight because then you won't be able to maneuver your file. Just keep it loose and just go with the flow. The goal is to get your nails all even as possible, but as you can see, mine are pretty short, so it's kind of hard. I usually have enhancements on, so I can fake it, but right now we're not going to. Some nails are going to be longer than others. That's just the way I do it. I'm trying to encourage my nails to grow right now while I'm not wearing any enhancements, but that's okay. All right, so now that we've filed, after you do this hand, you can move on to this one, but I've already done this one, so we're not going to do that. You're going to grab your purple buffer. Not only is it my favorite color, I love this buffer. So you're going to notice it has a dark purple side. This side has no buff on it. It's just the sponge. You're going to rotate it and you're going to see a really fine side, medium, and coarse. Now, if it's your first time doing a manicure, please just use the very fine side. If you don't know which one it is, you can always do this. Take a little trick. You just rub it against this part of your wrist just to figure out which side's the best. So we're going to take our very fine side very lightly, just very lightly, go back and forth. You want to just make sure that you've gotten any ridges out that you can. If your ridges are too deep, please don't try and buff them out. It is natural. Just trying to get an even surface. Just like that. All right, and next thing, we're gonna take one of these bad boys. Just rip it off. You'll see that it starts to come out. You don't need to use a whole one of these for a manicure. You're gonna roll it like this. You literally just take the tiniest piece. We're gonna take our polish remover and we're going to wipe off any of the excess dust that we may have created when we filed our nails. Now, this is where the fun part comes in, soaking time. So in your package, you're gonna see these little balls. Just drop it in the water. Make the water as warm as you can handle it. It doesn't need to be too warm. And we're going to grab the cuticle cream. I like to apply it with the end of my cuticle pusher. That's just the way I like to do it. I don't really like to get it on my fingers, especially if I'm working on a client. I don't like to get my fingers in there. All I'm going to do is just rub it all over my finger. Just like that. All right, and now we soak. So this is the boring part. If you were doing your own manicure, you have to sit here and wait. But if you were doing someone else's manicure, you would basically start with one hand, do the filing, the cutting, the buffing, put the cuticle cream on and get their hand in the water. And then you would go to the other hand, and by the time you're done all of the steps on that side, this hand is ready to come out of the water. So with some TV magic, I will see you in a little bit. I am back. So I'm just going to take my hand out and I'm going to move this out of the way. Now, you'll see that the cuticle cream is still sticking on your fingers. This is perfect. This is what we want. So I turn my hand sideways and I'm gonna grab my cuticle pusher. So this is like this. To me, it's parallel. You're gonna grab your cuticle pusher and very lightly push. You'll see the cream start to move on your fingers. Wipe it off. Now I push 2 times and I'll show you what I mean by that. So I push with the cream on. And then I'm going to take my towel and wipe off the cream so I can see my cuticles. I want to see what's underneath them, because if you can't see what's underneath them, you won't know. Wipe it off. Now we're going to go in the second time and you can actually see what's left over. So if you want, you can use this end and you just push. It does not need to hurt. There's no reason it should hurt. You just do it very, very lightly. And you'll see it come off. I always angle my thumb towards me. It's kind of awkward, but when I have you in front of me, I can maneuver your hand. But when I'm doing my own nails, you can do this and rest it on the side. This is actually a good point for polishing. This is how I polish my thumb. Or you can angle your hand and in towards you. It's kind of hard to get on camera, but I angle it in so I can see every part of my thumb. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clean underneath. I haven't been the nicest to my nails lately, which I regret, but all right. Now you should have no more cuticles. If your cuticles are being really stubborn, repeat the process. So take your hand out, push your cuticles back, put them back in, let them soak, apply more cream, and take them out, push them back. What I also do is after you have a hot shower or a bath, you can actually push back your cuticles with a towel. So you just take the towel and you just push back. Really easy. All right. So now we're going to go back in and we're going to grab more cotton. You want to make sure you remove all of the cream and oils that are on your fingertips. If you don't, the polish will not stick. You want to get all up in there. All right, so if you need to use these guys, super easy. I have not used one of these in a very long time, so forgive me. You can do this, and you're gonna kind of stabilize yourself, and you're gonna angle your fingers down. You don't want to polish your fingers like this because all the polish will run down. You want to angle your fingers down. So I'm not going to use it, but today we are using the Sandy Vinylux polish. This is different than the one that came in the kit. I didn't have the one that came in the kit, unfortunately. But this is called Blush Teddy. It looks absolutely amazing on. It is a perfect wedding color, spring color, anything like that. You want to shake these. So nail polish starts to settle very quickly. So you're gonna put your thumb on the bottom and your finger on the top and hold and shake. And when I mean shake, I mean shake. I already shook this before, so I don't need to shake it now, but you want to just shake it and get it all mixed up. So, really cool thing about this polish is you don't need a base coat. They have completely cut out that step, and honestly, that's my least favorite step. I hate applying base coat. I just want to get right into the design and just do my thing. So, I'm very happy that they did this. So, I'm going to show you a couple ways you can polish your own nails. The first one, you're going to separate your fingers and shove the polish in between and just squeeze, just like that. So today we're going to be doing the Sandy 5-point polish method, and I'll show you. This ensures that the Vinylux stays for its 7+ days that it's supposed to. So you want to just pull up very lightly. Pretty much I pull up until I get the brush clean. There's nothing on the brush there. I dip it back in, I pull up, and as I'm coming up, I just press down on one side and pull the polish off. So you should have polish on one side of the brush. So the 5-point polish method, you run from tip to tip, one down the middle, one down the side, and one down the other side. That is the 5-point polish method. Now you don't want to put this nail polish on too thick. If you put it on too thick, you risk the coats not drying in between, and then when you go to stand up and do something, your manicure's ruined. So I'll show you one more time using this method. All right. So I got this nail's a little shorter, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but we're going to try. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now, if you get any on your skin, my nails are a little shorter. Take your cotton round, or your Q-tip, not cotton round. Get some nail polish remover on it, and before it dries, ever so lightly, just sweep it off. That's good. All right. The second way is I always like to just rest my polish bottle somewhere else and do it this way because I have a habit of knocking things over. So We're going to do the 5-point method again with the side of the brush. 2, 1, 2, 3. So when you push down, you want the brush to expand. You'll see when you pull it out of the bottle, it's like this. When you press it into your nails, you want it to go like this and evenly coat the whole top of the nail. So we're going to cap the free edge first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, this is actually how I would recommend painting your nails with any nail polish, not just the CND. Although the 5-point polish method does help your CND polish stay on longer. So, for my thumb, I always rest it on something. I'm going to do the same thing. You can take a little bit more polish because thumb is generally the bigger nail. Now, I don't have much of a free edge, so I'm just going to go right in on this one. Right down the middle. Very light pressure. You don't need to be pressing too hard into the nail, because when you start pressing too hard into the nail, that's when you start to get uneven lines, and you don't want that. So I got a little bit on my skin, so I'm just going to do the same thing. Now this is common, especially with shorter nails. This one is coming off of a nail injury, so it is a little harder to polish. I tried to grow it out before this video, but it doesn't seem to want to grow. All right, so now you would go onto your other hand and let this one dry. It's the same thing. My other hand, I usually just put the polish away, go ahead, polish on my fingers, and then I move it. I'm constantly moving on my table, and that's totally okay. So now we're gonna go in with the second coat. Yes, we can already go in with the second coat. So same thing, twirl up, dip, pull up on one side, 5-point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, my nails are very short, so it is hard to avoid, but we do the best we can with what we got. If your nails are longer or wider and you need to do more than 5 strokes, that's totally okay. Don't freak out. You just do what you got to do to cover the nail. So this one's pretty short as well, so I'm going to not do the 5-point. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I keep doing it, man. My nails are too short. See, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. I haven't painted my own nails this short in a very long time. Alright, this one is also coming off a nail injury. I just moved, so all of my nails got ruined in the process. Alright, thumb time. This is my least favorite finger to paint, I will be honest with you. It's my least favorite finger to do anything on, enhancements, anything. So, I always grab a little more polish than I need. Rest and push back. 1, 2, 3, and then I just go and even it out. Now this color is lighter, so I prefer to have a second coat. This is not the color you guys have in your kit, so if you're happy with the shade, after just 2 coats, go ahead, wait for it to dry and put some top coat on, but I'm gonna go in with a 3rd coat only because I like the way it looks with a 3rd coat. It just gives it more opacity. So I'm gonna let this dry. It dries very fast. If you put the coats on very thin, by the time you're done painting this finger's ready to be painted on again. So, all right, we're gonna go in one last time. We're gonna do the 5-point polish method on all of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Looks like I have a rogue hair on this one. It's okay. Pick up your polish. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I have an air bubble in this one, so I'm just going to flatten it out. Perfect. Same thing. If you were in front of me right now, you'd see my concentration face. Anybody who's had their nails done by me knows the face. I'm not much of a talker when I do nails, but that's just because I'm concentrating. I want every nail to look perfect. And you are your hardest critic. I tell myself all the time that, oh, I don't like that, it looks terrible, but I will show my nails to someone else and they think they're amazing, and I pick myself apart, which I'm trying. All right, this nail is a little tricky to paint. If you get it on your skin, it's okay. Don't freak out. Just make sure you take it off before it dries, because once it dries, if you go and pull it away, it might potentially pull off the nail polish that's on your finger. And we don't want that. We just spent our time doing a nice manicure. We don't want that. So you're gonna wait for this to dry a little bit, and then we're gonna come back in and do. All right, we are back with the top coat. I have to say, this is my new favorite top coat. I'm in love with it. I love the way it looks. It is the C&D Vinylux gel-like effect top coat. So if you don't like gel nails, you don't like whatever you don't like about gel nails, this is amazing. This stuff makes your normal polished manicure turn into what looks like a gel manicure. So very gently, I'm just gonna roll it back and forth in my hands. You don't want to mix it up too hard, because if you get air bubbles in it, they are a pain to try and get out. So just very gently, I'm just rolling it back and forth a couple times. All right. So this hand is pretty much almost dry. So I'm gonna go in with my top coat. Same thing, I'm gonna position my hand in what feels comfortable for me. You have a little bit more leniency with the top coat as it is clear than you do the color, but you always want to make sure your hand is stable. If you aren't comfortable doing it this way, you can find something that rests your hand just so it's up like this, but rest your hand in whatever is comfortable for you. There's no right or wrong reason. So same thing with the top coat. Twirl my brush. This top coat is very runny, so beware, you do not want a lot on your brush. Very, very runny. So I like to get all of it off first, just like I did with the polish. So I've got a clean brush. I'm gonna go back in one side only, and you can see there's so much on that. I'm just gonna tap it off. and go in. 5-point polish method again. Yes, you do it with the top coat. Now, I love CND's top coat brushes. They cover the whole nail. Well, they cover mine, and I love that. So same thing. Just with the side of the brush, turn it sideways. 1, 2, 3. Back in. I like to redip after every nail. 1, 2. So do you see when I'm pressing down on the brush how it expands? So you see how flat it is now? When you press down, it expands, but you don't want to press too hard. You just want to float the brush over. Just like with everything. You don't want to press too hard, you just want to float. Back in. I always take a little more for my thumb just because my thumb tends to take more. All right, that is done. So we're gonna go into cleanup. Same thing, you can keep reusing the Q-tip that you've already used. You don't need to grab a new one, and just go along anywhere you might see some polish. If you have to, you can pull your finger apart. All right, so that is the painted nails. It's not done yet, but this is what your painted nails will look like. I love this color. It is perfect. I think I'm definitely going to do more with it. So this is weekly polish. So this will last you 7 days plus, depending on what you do with your hands. If you work with your hands, obviously there is the chance that this will come off a little earlier, but we do try our best. So next thing you're gonna do, this stuff dries pretty fast, so you should be okay to go in and do this. If you want to wait, you're more than welcome to. So this is your Cucchio Cuticle Oil. Now this stuff, you do not need a lot. Less is way more with this stuff. That's why the bottle is like as small as it is, because it's amazing and you don't need a lot. So we're just gonna open it. We're gonna wipe off our brush and we're going to go around on the skin. So cuticle oil is for the skin. You want to touch the skin, and notice how I don't need to dip my brush in at all. I can do all 5 of my fingers without dipping my brush in. I'm actually gonna go ahead and do this hand as well because I haven't done it in a while since I did them. All right, I like to just wait a couple seconds for it to soak in, and then I like to take my index finger and just rub around until it makes the wetness look gone. Don't touch the nail, just touch the skin. If you have to turn your fingers in towards you, you can. Do what makes you comfortable. It's different when you have a client sitting in front of you and you can maneuver their hands, but when you're doing it on yourself, you need to do what makes you comfortable for sure. All right, so the next step, final step, is lotion. I'm gonna take my rings off for this. So this is I believe it is the Stone Crop Body Lotion from Eminence. It's amazing. When in doubt, stone crop it out. If you haven't tried Eminence, you definitely need to. And Sharon gave you guys more than enough. You don't need a lot of this stuff. So I like to just see if it'll pour out for me. Maybe not. I'm gonna grab the end of my cuticle stick and just stir it around. That, and rub it in. I like to go up the arms, in between the fingers. Normally this would happen if you were getting a spa manicure. We give it to you at the end, or if we do a massage, you get lotioned up then. But try and avoid touching your fingers. Just go in. Oh, this smells amazing. I could use it all day. Oh. And that is it. It's super easy. I know this took a little longer than it normally does because I was talking, but super quick. Yeah, I really cannot wait to see what you guys do with this. I'm super excited to see how everyone does. Do not worry if you've never painted nails before. It is tricky. Not everybody can do it. But yeah, I'm in love with this color. Just do all the steps, repeat it. If you have any questions, just message us and ask us. I would be more than happy to help you out. But yeah, this is the final look. I love it. This color is amazing. Again, it is called Blush Teddy from CND, and I think this might be my new favorite, guys. Weddings? Do you see the iridescence? Oh, man. It's like the pearl top coat without the pearl. It's great. Anyways, I've said enough about the CND products. I love them. I swear by them. It's what we use in the shop. So, yes. This is your manicure. Now you can practice on taking the cute manicure pictures that I make everyone take when they come into the salon. All right. So, you've just finished your manicure. I'm not going to do it because this is the only one I have, but you can finish with your Moroccan oil hand cream. This stuff is amazing. It smells amazing. You want your hair to smell like your hands. If you love the Moroccan oil scent, you will love this product. It's amazing. It just adds to the manicure. I would recommend it is a little bit of heavier cream, so don't use a lot. You don't need a lot of it, guys. Less product is more, especially in the cuticle oil, the polish, everything like that. I still have all of this left, a whole bottle of nail polish remover, lotion. You don't need a lot of product. It may look like when we're doing services we're using a lot of product, but we're not. It's just the way we do things. And keep in mind, every esthetician, nail tech, manicurist, pedicurist does their services differently. We do all have the training in it, but we like to add our own little tricks and tips into it. So finish with this. Tell me how you like it. I love it. I'm definitely probably gonna get everyone in my family one of these because I know how hard everyone works, and especially with washing our hands all the time lately, they get cracked and dry. Use your cuticle oil daily. You can use it multiple times a day. There is no limit. It's cuticle oil. It's great for you. It smells amazing. And these little guys last so long. You won't need to replace these at all. So yeah, that was amazing. I really hope you guys love your manicure. I'm in love with this color. I'm really thinking this might be a new wedding color. Any brides out there? Remember Blush Teddy by CND. It should come in shellac as well if you want the long wear. But I cannot wait to see how you guys do with this. It's super easy, super simple. It doesn't need to be overcomplicated. And you really just want to relax when you're doing it. If you're stressing out, not a good time. So grab your towels, grab your extra lights, grab your music, grab your TV, whatever you do. I usually watch The Office when I do nails. And yeah, just create. It's all about creating. If you mess up, you mess up. I am my hardest critic, and Sharon will tell you that. I've hated nails that I've done. I've loved nails that I've done. You just got to do it and experiment. And if you don't like it, you can take it off. It's the same with makeup. If you don't like it, take it off. That's why I love it. So if you have any questions about it or any questions about the product, the steps, anything like that, message Sharon on Facebook or Instagram, and we will definitely try and answer the questions to the best of our ability. If you need any other products, just message Sharon, and she has all the hookups for what you can and can't get. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. My amateur video skills, I hope we're on par. I don't really have professional equipment. It's all kind of in the salon right now. I should have brought the light ring home, but hopefully we don't have another lockdown. So, But yeah, I'm super excited that I got to do this for you guys, and I really thank everyone for being so welcoming. I'm so happy to be part of the Tangles team and doing what I love. Really, it sounds funny, but nails is what I love to do. Hopefully I can come back and give you guys the beautiful nails you deserve. My brides, I'm hoping I see you with these. I've got a couple ideas in mind for this color. It's amazing. But definitely take a picture of your at-home manicure and tag us. And I want to see them. I want to see how everybody turns out. If you can film it, that would be great. If you do someone else's nails, that would be great. But thanks for joining me in my house, my personal space, my personal work desk. This is where you would sit if I was doing an at-home manicure. But I can't wait to be in the salon again and behind the salon desk. I really miss it. So praying, fingers crossed, everyone stay safe. And I hope you all have a good summer. Bye.